Recap in minutes. In today's video, we will be enjoying an action war film, entitled Wolf Warriors 2. There will be spoilers ahead, chill out and enjoy. A ship is attacked by some pirates and quickly goes under an emergency procedure to deal with the attack. The attackers begin to shoot at the ship and started climbing onto it. They killed some workers and the remaining gets down from the ship to save their lives. All of a sudden a soldier named Lang jumps into the sea from the ship and attacks the pirates by reversing the ship downward. He ties all the pirates together with the rope and tied the rope to the ship. Then he holds a sniper in his hand and shot a bullet into the pirate's head, saving his ship bravely. Some houses are seen being torn down using excavators. People are waiting for the police to save their houses. The excavator moves towards the house of a soldier whose mother is waiting for her son. They come in front of the machine and say that she needs this at his house till her son comes back home. But they have no respect for the soldier's family and started moving the machine toward them without caring about their lives. At that very instant, some soldiers come to save them and tell Mrs. Yu and Mrs. Fei that Xiao Fei died while fighting. Seeing this, the gang leader comes in and says to the soldier to go back and let him do his work by pointing a gun at his head, to which the soldier Leng kicked him hard enough to make him fall to the ground. The leader then ordered his men to attack the soldier, but the police reaches on the spot. He then says to Leng that he would kill the whole family after he goes. Leng feels bad for them and decides to protect them by putting his life and career in danger. He takes off his gun and kills that gangster. He gets suspended for doing this act. After getting suspended, he started working at the seaport. He often helps poor and needy people, including a little boy named Tundu who called him his godfather. He made a bet with him and he wins it comfortably. The little boy put another bottle on the table and says who else can challenge the godfather. A boy named Patrick challenges him, but he lost as well. At the same time, Leng thinks about the girl he loved. She was also a soldier and sent for a mission on the border. Before going on the mission, she asked Leng to sign the marriage proposal before she get back, but unfortunately, she was attacked while on her mission and dies on the border. He gets the bullet from which she was killed, but this type of bullet is never seen before and seems a lot suspicious. He wins externally, but he completely lost internally. He asks everyone about the bullet, but no one knows about it. The Lamina is attacked by rebels on multiple occasions. There is an emergency declared in the country. The government decided not to get down, but to fight with the People's Army. Leng gets $100 less from the shop owner. He asks the owner about this, on which the owner tells him that in this kind of situation you can get paid only in this way. Leng also inquires about the bullet, but the shopkeeper refuses that he has never seen it. Leng is seen playing football on the beach when suddenly African rebel forces attacked the beach and started killing everyone. Leng tries to save himself and Tundu and runs towards the shop. When he enters the shop, he realizes the shop is also conquered by the rebel troops. They are killing everyone who disrupts them. Leng has no chance to save himself except by fighting with them, but they are in large numbers. The only place that can save them is China's embassy, so they decided to reach the embassy to save themselves. While running toward the embassy, Leng observes the situation, which is just indescribable. There is blood and screaming people everywhere and Leng can't do anything about that. They become successful in reaching the embassy where the security saves them and took them inside. The ships arrive to take the citizens back to China. The ambassador asks the captain to send troops to save the remaining citizens, but the captain refuses it. He calls the prime minister to help in saving Dr. Chen, but the prime minister himself is helpless and he gets killed by the troops. The little boy Tundu sees the flag of China on the ship and he tries to escape from there. Leng stops Tundu and promises him that he will bring his mother back safely to him. The shopkeeper tells him that he has seen the bullet. It is used by the rebel forces. Leng comes forward and says that he will bring Chen. Then he got on his way to save Chen and 47 other Chinese workers without any weapons. Reinforcements rebel forces don't know who is Chen, but still, they force the citizens to reveal his identity. A girl named Rachel stands up and confesses that she is Dr. Chen in hopes that they would not hurt other people, but she gets exposed and Dr. Chen got ahead to save her life only to get shot multiple times, making him severely injured. At that exact time, Leng barges in, breaks through the wall, and starts fighting them. Chen asks Leng to protect her daughter and dies due to the effect of the bullets. Leng takes her daughter and runs from there with Rachel. The rebel force gets angry because they need Chen alive. Enraged, the commander kills all the Chinese, including all the people in the hospital, with grenades. Leng tells his commander that the life of Chen and other Chinese is sacrificed and he has Chen's daughter Pasha and Rachel with him. Commander tells Leng that rebels' army is sabotaging all the roads to the border and they are just waiting for only 18 hours. After that they will not be able to rescue Leng. Leng moves to the Hanban Chinese factory to save Tundu's mother. He tells them that the commander is sending a helicopter tomorrow to the factory to evacuate all the Chinese citizens. But there are Africans too, and one helicopter is not enough to evacuate all of them. They then started separating the Chinese from the Africans, but it is heartbreaking to see because they are families. Leng feels that pain and announces that everyone will leave tomorrow. The ladies and children will leave from choppers while all the men will follow him on foot. With this happiness, they celebrate the party, but the rebel army enters the factory and attacks them. Leng bravely fights all of them and rescues, but he finds himself in danger and gets surrounded by the rebel army. They are just going to shoot him, but at the same time, their general commander asks them to return to the base immediately. The general is angry that they cannot kill the Chinese because they need support from China in the UN Security Council. The rebel army commander Big Daddy kills their general and orders his soldiers to kill Leng and start finding Pasha. Leng says to everyone that the people around him always gets in danger, so they should not trust him. Leng tells them that he also has a strange disease called lamina, which might cause severe health problems, and now everyone wants Leng to leave them. But Dr. Rachel decides to stay with Leng, as she trusts him. She leaves the factory with Pasha and Leng. Rebel army again overtakes the factory and starts finding the people who fought with them last night. Rachel tells Leng that Pasha is not Dr. Chen's daughter but his patient who gets cured of Lamina's disease. Dr. Chen had previously made a vaccine from Pasha's blood, and Rachel injected that vaccine into Leng's body, even though she won't know what will happen, but God is on her side. Pasha finds poison from a tree and Leng prepares a poisonous crossbow. They move again towards the factory to save the civilians. Big Daddy spots Leng and he thinks that Leng will move to the right to wait for the helicopter. So he takes much of his army with him to the right and left the factory with a few soldiers inside. Leng's plan is to save the people in the factory. He attacks silently with the poisonous crossbow and kills all the soldiers inside and takes as many weapons with him as he can. They fight together and kill all the rebel army soldiers inside and outside the factory. Leng gets into contact with the commander and the helicopter arrived at the factory. Leng asks Rachel to leave on the helicopter, but she refuses, saying that she is a doctor and that she is assigned to help injured people. So he heaves her on his shoulder and infuses her into the helicopter. As the helicopter starts to fly, it gets attacked by a rocket launcher and gets crashes. Leng successfully rescues Dr. Rachel from a helicopter. The rebel army attacks the factory with the tanks and the war starts again. This time Big Daddy and Leng come face to face with each other. The enemy soldiers overtake the factory and they kill all the people they see. Leng gets extremely injured and helpless. The Chinese ships launch the missiles toward the factory to destroy the whole area. Leng gets up again and fights to give him and the people a final chance. He fights with Big Daddy because he knows that he is the killer of her love. He wants to take his revenge by blood. Big Daddy says to Leng that, "You will die for these people," but Leng says, "I was born for these people." He finally takes his revenge and kills the Big Daddy and saved all the people. Now they can easily move toward the border. While going towards the border, they find a war zone and think they can't get through it. Leng asks to give him the flag of China and they start moving by waving the flag in the air. The army puts their guns down when they see China's flag, allowing them to pass through the war zone. They finally reach China's border. It was Leng who saved all of the people and make his nation proud to have a soldier like him. Subscribe to see more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.